Well, changes are on the horizon for downtown Caldwell. City Council recently approved meter parking for the area, and our Abby Davis looked into that decision. Abby, this is a fairly controversial issue, right?
Yeah, it really is, Shira. I'm told the city of Caldwell proposed metered parking downtown about a year ago. And around that time, Economic Development Director Stephen Jenkins says the city hired a company to conduct a parking survey. That survey resulted in 5 recommendations. Jenkins says one of those recommendations was to implement a paid parking model. After much debate and a tiebreaker vote from Caldwell's mayor, City Council approved downtown parking fees on Tuesday. Jenkins says the city hopes the new system will help circulate more people through downtown because right now, he says, some people stay parked in a spot for too long, an issue since there aren't enough spots to begin with.
We're optimistic again that this is the right time for the implementation of this program, and we're hoping that ultimately it's gonna be to the benefit of the businesses that are operating downtown.
Jenkins says the community is more or less split on the issue. He says the last time people had to pay for parking in downtown Caldwell was sometime in the 1960s or 1970s. Since then, Jenkins says there have been some limits for how long somebody can stay in a parking spot, but there hasn't really been a good way to enforce those limits. So Jenkins says the city partnered with Car Park, a national parking management company based in Boise, to enforce those rules. People who park closer to the center of downtown will have to pay $1 an hour to park, and they can stay in that parking spot for 3 hours. Jenkins says the amount people pay and how long they can stay in a spot will change the further out from Indian Creek Plaza they get. If someone doesn't pay or stays in a spot for too long, they can be ticketed. This also isn't the only parking change city leadership hope to make downtown. Jenkins says they also want to eventually add a parking garage to the area. He says the city will start installing the meters as soon as possible, which will likely happen after the holiday season. And when that happens, people will have to start paying for parking, likely mid-January, although that's kind of a moving target right now, Shira.
Wow, you said 1960s or 70s?
Yes, a very long time.
Yeah, so definitely it'll be a change for some folks who live out there. All right, thanks, Abby.